Hey guys, welcome to Drew's Quick Fixes and Hacks. And today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Galaxy Book Pro 360. I have not been compensated by Samsung. In fact, I paid full price for this. so, but yeah, so let's get right to it, and we're going to unbox this sucker, and we'll just show you what's in it. I will warn you, if you're buying this laptop, you're going to need some adapters because this has no USB ports. This has no HDMI ports. It's supposed to be the newest technology of I guess, connectors. Forgive me, I don't know the name offhand. But yeah, so you're going to need to buy some adapters if you're buying this laptop. Apparently, yeah, there's no USB ports. That's very surprising. So let's get into it. Gotta love wrapping paper right on here. Guys, by the way, if this video helps you out, subscribe. I've got a lot of great videos on how to fix things and repair stuff. And yeah, so check out some of my other videos. Hit that subscribe button. And we'll get to it. So we're going to open the top here. Let's see what's inside. Da-da-da. I can tell you the reason I decided to get this laptop was it's very thin and lightweight. I mean, this thing is really thin. Now, I believe I paid $12.49 for this. The retail on this 13-inch Samsung Galaxy Book Pro 360 was, I think, $13.99, and then or something like that. So, okay, so here you go. That's it, just like that. Nothing super fancy about that. That's it. That's the laptop. Comes with obviously a power cord, and that is the new type of power cord. If you can see it there, this is it. This is what the entire laptop runs on right here. These are the ports, and you know, like I said, I think the newer Samsung phones have this. The iPhones may have this as well. It's a very rounded edge. That is what it is. I believe there's 3 of those ports, and that's even the charging port. So that's how you're going to get your data and everything else. Any connections on here? So let's see. So you got that, and then there's the charging cable right there. Charging box. That's a big Samsung charging box. Wow. I'm assuming you're not supposed to use the same ones you have your phones with. And comes with, it looks like a stylus pen here. Now, I don't really use stylus much, so I don't know if I'll find that handy or not. But this is a full touch screen. Wow, well, Samsung doesn't, man, I'll tell you, I got an HP a while back, and I didn't like the battery life on the HP. But it really had a fancy boxing. This does not have any kind of fancy boxing. So you got a quick start guide here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure when you start this sucker up, there'll be all sorts of prompts to sign up for stuff. He's like, anyway, it's a pretty simple box. I'm really surprised about that. Galaxy Pro 360, Galaxy Book Pro. Now, keep in mind, there is a Galaxy Book. There's one without the 360 on it, and that one's going to cost a little bit less. This is the 13.3-inch screen. And it's super lightweight, super thin. I don't know offhand how much it weighs, but let me tell you, that is thin. Okay, I bought a Toshiba Portage back in 2012, and it was about this lightweight size. And so that's pretty impressive there. Okay, so here's the ports I was talking about. There's one. You don't have USB ports. You've got, sorry guys about the focus. You have, focus. You have 1, 2. Those are the same as the power ports. I believe they're both, you're able to use for power ports. And you have 3 right here. And then you've got a micro SD port. Good grief, working on the focus here, guys. Sorry. Okay, so there's a micro SD card port right here. And then that is your headphone jack. So it's very lightweight. This is an SD drive, solid state drive, SSD. Which I think you should, most laptops are sold with SSDs now. This is only $512. Now, if you get the larger size laptop, if you get the larger Samsung, you can get 1 terabyte. That's a 15.6 screen, and I think that was retailing around I want to say it was $14.99 for that. Pretty expensive too. So you've got a nice little protector there for your thing. Nothing special about the way this opens. Okay, so we've got the laptop open here. My understanding is this has a battery life of 21 hours, guys. That's unbelievable. 21 hours. So impressive on the battery life. And that's why I also chose this Samsung. I've really had some trouble with my Samsung phones, not going to lie. They're a real pain in the butt. I don't like iPhones, so I've been doing Samsung phones. However, you know, so I decided to go with this laptop because of the battery. The phone batteries on Samsung have also lasted really long. All right, so let's get this started up. I'm assuming I'm going to have to program Windows and everything else, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, guys, so I haven't started the computer yet, but I want to point something interesting out. Okay, so it's called a USB Type-C cable. That's what I was looking up. This is kind of interesting. Both sides, so you don't have to worry about which side is plugged in on what, are identical. They're both the same USB-C, and they both plug into this one adapter here. So you don't have the confusion of back and forward, which end goes to what, but there's no actual USB side to that. So it's just USB C right there. And like I said, this handles data, video, audio, everything from what I understand. Power, I mean, it's an all-in-one. So I guess this is the future of connectivity. And you will need adapters if you want to plug in something like, say, this is my solid state, or this is my hard drive, not solid state. It's a hard drive to store my backups. So I'm going to need to I can either buy an adapter for just this end, or you can buy an adapter that has a multi-port on the back for USB, HDMI, and all that. And I've seen them anywhere from $50 to $100 at Best Buy. So yeah, with further ado, let's plug this in and see if we can get it started up here. Okay, so I'm gonna plug it in here. I'm still working on the camera work, guys. With these reviews, it's tough to get everything set up to the right directions here. So there we go. All right, so here we go. And my understanding is, like I said, you can use any side. It is convenient that you can plug it in. I could be wrong about that, but it looks like you can plug it in on any side you want. Now, the light is red for charging right now. You'll see that. Okay. And it actually is giving me, look at that. Without even turning on the laptop, just like a phone, it's giving me a charging display of 26% is how much. That's pretty cool. Just like a Samsung phone. Impressive. I've never seen that on a laptop. So just like a phone, you know, of course, this has the Windows 10 with the touchscreen. When it plugs in, it shows it. Let's unplug this, and then let's plug it in on this side and see if it does the same thing. One of the other ports here. It's giving me a status display. It's one of those computers that never sleeps. Let's see if it says charging on that. It may be it only charges from that right port. I don't know, guys. That's some research I'll have to do. It doesn't look like it is charging. It looks like it may only charge from that right port. To me, as somebody who's worked on laptops, that makes sense to me. The light is red over here, but that makes sense. Well, no, there it is. Does it say it's charging? It is charging. Okay, so this other port does work for charging. And I guess that's your charge time. Wow, okay. So unplug that one. Plug it in here. So it may be that there's only 2 charging ports. I don't know. Okay, so guys, like I said, I'm kind of finding this out as I read it. I'm looking at it as you as a consumer. I haven't really done a ton of research on this. I just know that's it. So let's do this again. It would appear so. Okay, so it looks like to me that this one is only a data port. This one is only a charging port. Again, I have to verify that. But as soon as you plug it in here, so there's a charging port on each side. That's kind of cool. Just one. Although you really don't need 3 charging ports. That's probably what they figured at Samsung. So there, okay. So But it may work in all three, and I may just be not plugging in right. Okay, so there it is. Now, I believe this is the power button. I hope so. Let's pull this little tab off. You may have to pull this tab off. It's not a tab. It's just a little sticky thing. And it looks like it's a fingerprint verification. So, let's get you back on there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's see if we can, it says it's got 26%. See if we can crank that up. Okay, now guys, the light is blue once it's starting up. Samsung Galaxy. This is exciting. So it does say, guys, to charge this laptop fully before using, or, you know, I assume that's to get the power cells up and running or whatever it is. So, but for the purpose of this, we're going to plug it in. Okay, so you got to go through all this junk. I hate this. And you probably have to register with Samsung. I think with this, I can just link it to my Google Gmail account. And we'll see. Okay, and I hate these talking systems. So, we're going to mute that.
Use your voice or the keyboard along the way. And if you'd like me to...
Yeah, I want you to stay quiet. So, let's go to next. I hate these startups. But anyway, I'm assuming I can register this with my Google account, and that might simplify things a little bit, but I really hate having to register laptops. I really want them to get it just, you know, going. So, just a moment. So we got to say where we are. We're in the United States, yes. This is typical with most Windows 10, I would say. Want to add a second keyboard layout. Let's skip that. Connect to a network. Let's see. I'll do that later. I'm going to say I don't have internet. I'm not showing you guys my password. Okay, so let's see. Connect now. Oh, connect with limited setup. Okay. So I'm not going to do the internet right now. But if you hook into the internet, I'm sure that's where it has you register everything. So we'll go back and do that. And then, of course, you need to name your PC. Okay. So that's another thing to do there. I don't really want to name it in front of you guys either. And then it keeps this forever. So I'm going to get back to you after I name my PC. Well, I'll just name it now. Let's name it... DMH. I don't like using my full name. This is an imprint that actually goes out everywhere you type online, emails, everything like something like that. So I don't like using my real name. Create a memorable password. I don't want to do a password right now. Enter. I guess my password's enter. Okay. Then it's got a bunch of privacy settings. So type those in here. Oh man, I'm just going to click accept all these. You can go back and change these. You can also go back to factory reset mode, which is what I may do. I do not want Cortana. I hate Cortana. I really do. Okay. We just need things paused. Okay, so let's keep going here. Anyway, I believe these are pretty standard with Windows 10 computers. Samsung might do them a little different. I don't know. We're getting everything ready for you, and I'm sure it's going to take forever. So, another thing I wanted to show you about the Samsung laptop is it's also a tablet. Now, some Windows 10 laptops don't do this. Now, there it is. See how it flips around? I really like that, okay? Now, if you're watching a movie or something, you've got your own stand right here. Or if you just want to do a tablet touchscreen, that's pretty nice. So that's really handy to have. I don't see myself doing it that often. I probably will prefer this as a laptop. I have a tablet already. The other thing I don't like about that, I don't know if they have screen protectors, but just like Samsung phones, they've made this computer very, very breakable. The screen does not appear to be glass. This part may be glass. There is a little bit more protection here than a phone because, man, those phones just have an edge that just shatter. But I can still see if you drop this on an edge, it's going to shatter. So I don't like that. And if you're going to use it as a tablet, I don't know if they have protectors out there that you could use. I think that would make it a lot easier as far as laptops go. But anyway, all right, so almost there. So let's see, maybe later. There it is. We're up and running. I don't have the internet yet. This is Windows 10. So also, like I said, it's also a touch screen. Now this will go, so I can touch screen things there. like that. Okay, so let's go to the specs on this computer just to show you guys what the guts are, because it didn't even say that on the package. Now, if you ever want to see, if you're looking at a computer in a store or anywhere else, just type in computer under the search bar on a Windows 10. Now, my only regret about this, computer management, the only regret about buying this now, I needed a laptop, is that Windows 11 is apparently supposed to be coming out sometime this year. So, I think it's under My PC. There it is. Okay. So now we right-click on that. Properties. Let's see what we got. There it is. There's the works right there. It shows most of what it is. 16 gigabytes of RAM, okay? And the older Samsung Galaxy laptop is only 8 gigabytes of RAM. So I got this is the most updated they had right now. It is 512 gigabytes of disk space. Now, keep in mind, when you've got Windows installed and other operating systems, I believe it's only a certain amount of disk space. It's like 480 something. So let's see. Let's scroll down here. Just showing everything that's on here. Those are the things. 16 gigabytes and 64 gigabyte operating system. I don't know that this says system. Type in my computer again. There's supposed to be a screen that shows every. I should have known this, right? This PC. I click on that. There it is. 417 gigabytes free of 459. Really misleading when you're buying a laptop, guys. Let me zoom in on that just so you can see it. That is so misleading. Okay. I hate that. That is almost unfair. It's so misleading. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, sorry. Let's just, right here. My focus is having a problem. Guess what, guys? Because my lens are 417 gigabytes free of 459. So, there's only 459 gigabytes out of 512. You're literally getting robbed about 98 gigabytes with Windows 10 installed. That's crazy. Bothers me a lot. When I had a Toshiba Portage from 2012, I had 128 gigabytes of solid state drive, and it gave me 112 total, I think, something like that. So it took only a little bit, but that's just ridiculous. That is what's, you can probably remove some of the Samsung programs. Samsung is eating up almost an entire about 100 gigabytes of data almost with Microsoft installed. Ridiculous. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit here. And I'm just going to hold this camera while we're doing this. And again, guys, the reason my phone is a little blurry and the focus doesn't work is because my camera glass is shattered. Good old Samsung there, right? I don't know why I keep supporting them. I really don't. Like I said, I am not sponsored by this video. But, you know. Okay, so let's go in there. That's that. Okay, so we got that. I think that's it. So anyway. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions about this, you can always message me on this thing right here. And again, the date today is, I think it's June 27th. Let's look at, hey, no, it's June. Yeah, boy, that date is really off on there. I need to, once I get online, it'll change the date. That's interesting. 5/19/2021. That's about when these laptops were produced. So it has not updated the date until I get online. But today's date is actually, yes, Sunday, June 27th, 2021. And this computer literally came out about a month ago. And I was able to wait a month, and it went on sale off $150. So I was happy about that. Anyway, I'm still using the, you know what's funny, guys? I'm so adapted to using the mouse on my old laptop from this is my first Windows 10 computer. I forget that you can touchscreen stuff here, but I still like using the keyboard and mouse. Not gonna lie. In fact, I prefer to actually get a separate USB-C mouse, or just one that I can click wirelessly like this and move it around, even a wireless keyboard. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. This is the Samsung 13.3-inch Galaxy Book Pro 360. Boy, that's a mouthful. And as I said, there's also a 15.6-inch screen that is a terabyte versus the 512. However, that one's a lot larger. I really do like the portability of this thing, and it's very light. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe 2 pounds, maybe 2.5 pounds. I don't really know the exact amount. So, well, anyway, there it is, guys. I hope I showed you basically what this is. It's very simple when you're, unlocking it and opening it up. I was surprised how quick things started up on this one. But yeah, the one thing you're going to want to keep in mind is those USB ports and only a micro SD card reader. I sort of don't like that because I feel like I could lose that micro SD card. I like using the bigger ones like this. Here's a full. So obviously you can see from a lot of your digital cameras, this won't fit. You're going to need an adapter that'll fit into this, and then so a bunch of stuff like that. But I still use these on my cameras. So the tiny ones, there's adapters that fit into these slots. Obviously, I just feel those ones that are the size of your pinky nail, micro SD that fit in your cell phone, much easier to lose and damage, and it's dangerous. So anyway. All right, guys. Well, this was kind of a long review. I just kind of broke it down as it is. And you guys literally saw me start this up from scratch. I really just plugged it in and started it right after I opened the box. So again, the different things. You've only got 3 USB-C ports. And it's supposed to have it's supposed to charge pretty fast too. Let's see if we can bring up the battery here. Okay, wow, it's at 35%, and I think it was at 24%. So that's the other advantage with this, is this has the quick charge technology. 1 hour and 42 minutes till charged, and this thing is supposed to stay charged for 21 hours. Now, I don't know if that's dormant time with the screen down or whether it's just usage time. We'll have to figure that one out too. However, as I said, Samsung has a lot of flaws. The one thing that did convince me to buy this was these power ports, because the other Samsung Galaxy Book had a little tiny power port, little tiny one. It looked like if you yanked it, it would just rip right out. And the old power port was about the size of your sound jack, and that was really bad. I didn't like that at all. So keep in mind, I've had problems with my Toshiba. If you're charging your computer and you forget it's plugged in, you yank it really quick, just like your cell phone, it damages that power jack. So I noticed Microsoft Surface Pro solved that problem by kind of putting a little lengthy thing on here. So if you pulled it, it would put the pressure along the side here instead of that. So that was really interesting. But anyway, I've noticed laptop choices have gotten really limited. This one, I chose because it was so lightweight for what it is. The only other really lightweight computer that I can think of, laptop, there's an LG computer called the Feather or something, and that's, I think, 512 gigabytes also, something like that. It's very lightweight. However, I didn't like the charging port on the Feather. It was one of those little pin chargers that looked like it could rip, and I've never had good luck with LG products. I just don't like LG as a company personally. That's my personal opinion. So I decided not to go with that. And it was only a 15.6-inch screen versus this very convenient and slim fitting screen. And so the other thing I wanted to look at here while we're talking is the cooling fan. You guys might be interested in that. There's a little cooling fan thing on the bottom. It almost looks like a speaker. I can see that over time getting pretty dusty and dirty. And then there's this exhaust fan here in the back, just one big exhaust fan that almost looks like aircraft exhaust. I can definitely see dirt and dust getting in here, and you're going to have to clean this over time. And I think it's, other than that, the laptop seems relatively quiet. The fan is not too loud. The HP computer that I bought a little while ago, I did return. The fan was extremely loud, and I didn't even install any programs on it yet. And there's nothing more annoying than a whizzing sound while you're trying to work. So, all right, guys. Well, this is Drew with Drew's Quick Fixes and Hacks, and I hope this video helped you out and gave you a nice little preview of the Samsung Galaxy Book Pro 360. Okay, and just an idea of what it is. As I said, I was not compensated by Samsung. I wish they would compensate me, but that's how it works. But they're getting an honest review here, and I'd say some of their phones are junk. However, I keep buying their products because once you into something like Apple, you got to keep buying Apple products. While I buy Samsung, this does connect, from what I understand, to all my devices. Once I register it with Google, it will become part of my Samsung network, which is kind of cool. I do, however, hate Bixby on my phone. I don't like Cortana, and I have a feeling it's going to force me into those on these. But Bixby is the most annoying thing ever on Samsung phones, and I don't think you can get rid of it easily. So, well, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that get notifications, and shout out to AR if you're still watching at the end of this, buddy. Thanks. You guys have a good one. This is Drew with Drew's Quick Fixes and Hacks.